had some news coming down from the feds that rules had been changed. We were going to have to get into a whole different way of buying gas, of selling gas.
We got hit with a fear factor associated with FERC Order 436. And basically, the way we've been doing business is going to be changed dramatically.
You bought your gas from the pipeline, you paid the pipeline for the gas, you had a limit on how much you could get, but most cities could live with that. But all of a sudden, all they were going to become was a transportation system.
We realized that it was something that we couldn't do individually as cities, so we had to collectively get together and figure out a better way to do it with joint action. So that's really what caused us to begin thinking about a gas authority and putting it together.
Before the gas authority was formed, there was a pervasive feeling throughout gas cities in Georgia that we weren't being treated the best in the world. Where price was concerned, we were able to look at spot market pricing and such and see that we were paying an awful lot more than many places were for natural gas.
The gas authority came along and really saved our bacon. I think Thomasville, had it not been for the gas authority, would have found a way to sell its gas system. We were that, it had come to that drastic a situation.
As a joint action organization, an authority of the state, representing all the gas cities or the member gas cities, we needed to have a fair system. We had to be equitable to all the cities. We had to make sure that there was a high degree of consensus on all issues and that all of the participants benefited by action. That was the overriding consideration. We had to have consensus, and it had to be fair, and it had to make it a good business model for every community, every city that we had in the authority.
The original vision of the gas authority was a vision of joint action, cities coming together, realizing that individually, in an open, competitive, wholesale natural gas marketplace, individually they wouldn't do as well as they would do collectively. You pull those volumes together, you have much better leverage in the marketplace, greater options to meet your needs and meet it reliably, lower cost. So the original focus was that we can do better together.
Georgia is unique in that it has probably the best spirit of cooperation of any, really of anything I've ever seen in terms of their willingness to put the benefits to the whole group ahead of individual benefits.
The purpose of the authority is joint action, being able to pull individual communities together for a common purpose. And our common purpose will be customer service. We're always going to be there to serve the community, the customer, however you want to see them, but communities are going to be around.
If we're to work alone, then we have very few resources to accomplish the things that we can accomplish through joint action. When we work together, we not only it not only spawns great ideas, but we have joint resources that we can call on and really make us competitive and give us the ability to provide those resources to our citizens.
One of the things that has been key in the gas authority's success and will continue to be important in the long-term success of the organization is to constantly innovate and really from the start cities coming together in a time of industry change and establishing an organization with the capability to give cities greater options in their gas supply to achieve reliable service at a lower cost, to develop services that would help the cities grow through marketing, innovation in how to design rates that are competitive, but it recovers the cost that the members have.
I think the initial vision, we'd have someone to buy gas for and sell it to us at favorable rates if possible to keep us competitive with the privately owned systems throughout the state. and it has far exceeded that. It's just been, we have many more services. They help us with engineering, they help us with rate making. They just, there's a myriad of things they've entered into that all of which have become great benefits to the cities.
It's just an organization that does the job and has gone far beyond what I believe the original expectations were, and that now they provide some training services and various other services to us that I don't believe we ever envisioned at the time it was created.
I think one of the most important things was getting into that member services area. Instead of just buying and transporting and getting gas to the cities, then helping the cities figure out how to handle their regulation, how to sell appliances, how to deal with the public, as well as deal with the state and federal people that we had to deal with.
It's very important that you trust your leadership, and we do. You have to have confidence in their ability, and that's proven time and time again. And also just the power of teamwork, being able to pull everybody and unify everybody together rather than splintering an organization. And so I see just a long-standing history of trust, confidence, and then just a lot of leadership characteristics that are just presented time and time again.
Integrity, dedication, callback. When you call somebody, they call you back. It's more than I expected. I certainly expected support. I certainly expected technical advice. But just about any question you have about the gas industry, there's somebody there who can answer the question or get the answer for you.
When you need someone from the gas authority to come down and do something for you, pricing or whatever it might be, they're already, they're there. They're ready to go. And it's just a real cooperative efforts between the cities and the authority. And, basically that's what it's all about is we have a good relationship with the gas authority, as most cities do. And we depend upon them for a lot of our needs and services.
Stay innovative and creative, but at the same time, don't lose the cooperative spirit that existed and has existed. If they can continue that in the future, then they can continue to be successful.
I think we're going to have an ample supply. I see the technology improving in the gas industry, which for a long time didn't happen. I think the Gas Authority has helped bring that to the table, at least facilitate our access to that new technology. And so I think if they continue that in the future, I think we'll look back. I'm getting old. I'll be able to look back and see a lot of successes that I don't even anticipate now.
25 years ago, I could not have imagined the things we've done. I was just so proud of what we did, but I'm even prouder of what the successors in office at the board have done. The entire management, whether it be Tom Mulkey or Arthur Corbin, have done. They've gone out there, they've known the gas business, they're extremely professional, and they just take every community needs into consideration and just keep building on it. And it was just, a pleasure to look back and say, boy, I was happy to be there at the birth to see this thing grow and prosper.
It makes you feel good that the organization has been a success. But more than that, I think, to be able to see the results on the ground, to see the individual cities that have been able to benefit from this, I think is the thing that gives me the most pleasure and the most pride, because that's really what it's all about, is trying to help the cities provide better service and do their jobs in a better way.
The future is bright. It's a bright future for natural gas. We have a supply position that we really haven't seen, in my opinion, in the history of the natural gas industry. We've got, with the shale development, we have a resource and an inventory of that resource that's, some have estimated to 200-year supply. And the technology advances that our industry has achieved over the last particularly 5 to 10 years in the way that they extract that natural gas from the underground formations. It's amazing the kind of supply that we have. And we think that natural gas can provide a greater share of the energy mix. We think it can help our country reduce dependence on foreign oil and other energy sources. And that's just a real opportunity for our cities and their communities. Because they have natural gas coming into their community, we think it can help them grow. So it's just an exciting time to be in the natural gas business. It's an exciting time to be a municipal provider of natural gas service to your community. So we're excited about the opportunity to grow.